It was an amazing journey getting here. I think it's one of the best things that ever happened to me. It's created so much for me. And I guess originally I was playing at Durand High School for a tiny school, and then I was also ended up playing AAU basketball for Team Wisconsin, and I think that's how I was first seen by Coach John Barnes, and he recruited me throughout my junior and senior years, and built a great relationship there. And then when I got on campus, it was over. Stepped on campus, and Houghton, just this area is so beautiful. So just driving in, I was like, wow. And then it's a small town. I'm from a small town. Just felt right at home. Everyone you walk by says hello. The team, I got to meet with them. I got to play with them, just really fit in. And then I knew the academic piece of things was going to be huge for me. I wanted to go into math, and obviously they have a phenomenal math program, anything in the STEM field, really. So that was also a big part of my decision. And I guess I would be remiss not to mention the athletic success as well. That was a huge piece of my decision, just knowing their past success, knowing the tradition of Michigan Tech women's basketball. And I had an option. It could be playing Division II, where I could be competing for a national championship, or I could have went Division I and a less successful program. So I made the decision to come to Division II and play for the Huskies, and got to play for that national championship. And I do not regret that decision one bit. There were so many amazing memories just being able to play here in the Husky uniform. Every game is so special. But one in particular that stands out to me is after the home game here, I had a triple-double, which I never imagined in my life I would ever do. But after that game, I was standing next to my sister. I had no idea. Someone came up and was like, "Oh, you had a triple-double." And I was like, no way. Me and my sister look at each other, and she just jumps into my arms, and I spin her around in a circle. That was just really special to me. She's very important in my life and has been so supportive. So that was a pretty cool experience. And then as well, just the whole journey in the NCAA tournament that led to that national championship game. That was an incredible experience. Michigan Tech is so special for a million reasons. I'll just mention a few here. One of the biggest things, and I'll always go back to this, is the people. The people here in this community, in this university, that have been a part of this basketball program are all just incredible people. The relationships that I've built here with different people, whether it be related to athletics or not, there's just so many amazing people. And they're always so kind, always so supportive, and I appreciate that so much. The winning tradition is like none other. Just consistently, year after year, to be top of the conference, to be ranked in the nation academically and athletically, I truly believe Michigan Tech women's basketball is one of a kind. So yeah, just a million things that make this place so special to me. I truly believe that I have been so blessed to work under the head coaches that I have worked for, and to work with the different assistants that I have worked for. I think I've learned so much from each of those people, and it's all shaped me into the coach I am today. Starting with Jeff Curtis at Northwood University, I think he taught me so much about character, about how to treat his players, just does things the right way all the time, so committed to that program and to the best interest of his players. I really enjoyed working for him, learning under him. I like what he did offensively with his ball screen continuity, has a great basketball mind, so I was able to learn a lot. Even with recruiting, that's kind of where it all started for me, and he taught me a lot there. And then after that, I was at Youngstown State under John Barnes. I was able to learn from him as a player and learn from him also as my head coach. And he taught me so much about work ethic, about organization, structure, being efficient, staying in touch with AAU coaches, with recruits, and also just his defensive philosophy. Both him and Kim Cameron kind of have that same similar defensive philosophy, and that's something I want to stick to because I think that's a huge part of the success of Michigan Tech women's basketball. Just the grit that it takes defensively, the hustle, the communication, and that's something that those are all things that you can control on the defensive end. So being able to hold kids accountable on that end is going to be huge for me. And then most recently, under Travis Trapp-Hagen at the University of Sioux Falls, I really liked what he did offensively. His motion concepts with the 4-out, 1-in really taught IQ of the game, making reads, and that's something I want to carry on as well. He taught me that sometimes you don't have to control every aspect of the game. He let his kids play, and it was really cool to see how his players could grow under that and just learn and increase their basketball IQ, being able to just play freely. And I want to be able to use the structure and a little bit of the freedom and bring that all together, hopefully, for the best. Yes, first on the to-do list when I got hired was to reach out to my players. I think that's the most important thing. I wanted to contact each of them, so I was able to meet with the team, the girls that are on campus right now, and just had a great time just talking with them about our goals. And I also was able to reach out to the players that aren't here and just getting to know each of these kids that I'm going to be working with for the next years. I think that's just a huge piece, building that relationship, that rapport. Team chemistry is huge. So now that I'm kind of building that, and I'll be meeting with them next week as well, and throughout the summer, I want to get started with recruiting, reaching out to coaches, reaching out to players, and also a big piece of that is going to be hiring an assistant to help me with all those responsibilities. So that'll be next on the to-do list. My goals for this season, and when I say my, I mean our, because I do think that the players have a huge say in that. When I met with them as a team and have talked to the girls individually, I think it's very important that they have a huge say in this. I want them to feel like they have ownership over this team, and our goals aligned. We want to win a conference championship. We want to win a national championship, and it's going to take a lot of hard work, and they understand that. So now it's just breaking it down into our smaller goals throughout the summer and meeting with them and talking about strengths, weaknesses, what we need to work on, how we're going to get there. But those are our big goals for the year, and it's high expectations, but I don't think they expect anything less, nor do I.